This is Jilliana Ranicar-Breese, and I'm here with the performance poet, Susan Evans. Hello, Susan.
Hello, Jilliana.
You're right. What are we going to talk about, Susan?
Oh, Jilliana, what haven't we talked about today already?
Well, I know you've got verbal diarrhea.
Right, okay, let's focus the mind. We're going to talk about performance poetry and stuff.
How did you get started? Because you say that you've been doing it for about 20 years, and that's a long time.
Yeah.
How did you get started?
Well, I wrote poetry as a child, and I also performed as a child in the school plays.
Really?
Yeah. And
How old were you then?
oh gosh, I actually, one of my lovely achievements was winning the music prize for playing Nancy in Oliver, and I think I was about aged 11.
Wow.
And that was a real confidence.
Your mother put you on the stage, did she?
My mother, yeah, don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington, she used to say. So I actually put myself on the stage at school, and my mother actually put me into secretarial training.
God forbid.
God forbid, and got to have a backup plan and all of
Yeah,
that.
my mother did the same.
Did she, Jilliana? But the thing is, we're irrepressible, aren't we? The artist will come out. And so school was the writing and the performing, and
But you did go to did you do drama, did you say? Or?
yeah, I went to stage school as a child at weekends, and then went to University of Brighton and studied theatre and visual and performing arts.
Oh, wow.
Am I looking in the right place, Jilliana? Should I look at you or your screen?
You're fine.
Am I all right?
You're fine.
Yeah, so...
And you've just recorded yourself saying that, which is not a very good idea.
I know, it's not very professional, is it? But we did say we're in conversation, and you know me. This is what people say about me. I'm the same on stage as I am off. So it's kind of, oh yes, where am I looking?
It's what you get.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, where am I looking?
Put your cards on the table.
Exactly. So, yeah, so I went to University of Brighton, studied theatre and performing arts. And it was while I was there that I started sharing my poetry in different
And what sort
classes.
of poetry was that?
It was spoken word poetry.
Yes.
And I tell you what, we had a visitor, Linton Kwesi Johnson, came, dub poet, and performed, and I was absolutely blown
Dub
away.
poet?
Yeah, dub poet.
Can you explain that, please?
Well, he's actually an absolute legend, Linton Kwesi, in the spoken word scene. He's been going, oh gosh, forever. And the origins, I think, oh gosh, I'm going to actually get this all wrong and insult the man, so I've got to be really careful how I say this, but it was all really about a kind of social justice, about using poetry and protest.
Right.
So,
right.
and his own origins and rhythm and things like that.
Where was he from?
Oh gosh, this is actually shocking because I can't remember his exact
Never
origins.
mind.
And I feel terribly embarrassed because I knew all of this 25 years ago and I've been
Well,
following
it's
him
a long
forever.
time, bit of
Yeah.
Alzheimer's in between, yeah.
Do you know what it is? This is the thing. I've had all this coffee and I'm wide awake and I can't remember any of my references. I think we've just been talking all day, haven't we? it's midday, so I'm a bit tired. That's shocking.
Right. Anyway, at the moment you're resident in Brighton.
I am,
and you've been here for how long?
Oh gosh, first came here in 95, went off for a little bit after uni and then came back again, and I've been here for the last 10 years. Yeah.
Right, but you have lived in London as well.
Yeah, born and raised in East London in Walthamstow, and came to Brighton in the 90s to go to university, went away for a bit and then came back, and that's where I wrote my Brighton poem. It was about...
Which we'll come to later.
Yes, which I went away and came back, wrote the poem about why I came back. So,
Right,
yeah.
right. And, yes, so your project at the moment, you're working on a book. Mm-hmm. Show me the cover of the book.
So this is Shift Happens.
Yes, not shit.
No.
Shift.
Well, Jilliana, it is a play on words. Spans 20...
I did say you had verbal diarrhea, didn't I?
I did. Spans 20 years of my life and a lot of shift happened, and it's rather frustrating for my lovely followers because it's been due out for the last 18 months, and it's gone through two different publishers for various reasons I won't go into, but I'm now with a lovely publisher, Reed Fox Books, and all I can say is it's on its way. I'm not tying myself down. One of the errors I made when the book was done, and it is done, is promising people who are very keen to have a copy of a date, and then you just don't realise actually what's involved, either people editing it not to your liking or printers.
How many poems are in it?
Oh gosh, 70 something.
Ooh,
yes,
that's a lot of poems.
Yeah, 20 years of my life, and possibly a few more, because you evolve, and
over what period of time have those poems been written?
From my 20s to my 40s.
Oh, I see. So it's a lifetime achievement.
It absolutely is. So it doesn't do the childhood thing, and it doesn't do right now. It's this whole middle, it's all the growing pains and aspirations and work and relationships and politics. And it really is from actor to activist to author. It's kind of like a journey, but it's the human condition, so it will be a lot of people's journey.
So you're going to have a book launch, of course,
next
year.
Oh, absolutely, and I will obviously I'll join up with friends. There's lots of lovely poets and storytellers who I like to work with in the scene, and and there'll be a book tour, and it's on the way. That's all I can say. It's on the way.
Good. Well, do you want to read the poem now, the Brighton poem?
I can.
Because we have got time, if you can do it quickly.
Yeah, I will recite.
You can do it from memory, right?
Oh, absolutely. All my poems are done from memory.
Oh, right. So I'm listening, waiting for the performance.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go!
Brighton. Brighton, for me, is a dirty martini. Vermouth and gin, sea and sin, with your salty olive thrown in. Brighton rocks, it's under my skin. It's little London by the sea, it's Bombay dreams, it's gay Paris, it's now got its own channel on latest TV, it's shabby chic, it's a 50s B-movie. Flash mobs, burlesque, bizarre creations, cafe lines, streets brim with invitations. Anything goes, there are few limitations to exhibit your wares and aspirations. Go with the flow, the sound of Sunday revving, mods and rockers reviving their two-wheeled heaven. A haze of two-stroke smoke, Madeira drive around 11, unless there's a marathon or carnival procession. A little greener, some like to pedal, naked. If there's a worthy protest, well, not forsake it. Everyone's an artist and we're all going to make it. With a social conscience, we don't sell out or fake it. Young and mature, we intermingle. Nobody cares if you're married or single, if you're into fetish with 50 Shades on your Kindle. So long as you respect the planet, diversity, the people. You can party all night, full slap and feather boa, and rebalance your chi for the perfect makeover. With meditations in the park, if you can get up off your sofa, breakfast, local and organic dishes, soaking in Ecova. In other news, so much homeless, count my blessings. This city seems rich, but there's plenty of people stressing and falling out of bars and wanting to serenade you. And sometimes you want to leave, but you hang on to the rainbow, the colour, the life. I've never performed that sitting down.
That is excellent.
Thank you, Jilliana.
Excellent. As
Thank
the
you.
French would say, chapeau.
Oh.
And you always wear a beret.
I do.
So you've got your trademark and a scarf.
Merci beaucoup. I love all things French.
Very good, very good.
Thank you, Jilliana.
Okay, well, we'll definitely continue on in part 2. Thank you very much, Susan.
You're welcome. Au revoir.